I don't know. I'll start off with a few other things. I know there's a lot of things changing around this. One, we're changing the whole start process, story pointing, things like that. We are also getting new requests from VPs and management that are coming in that are different and changing processes than we've had before. So if those processes are getting in your way, those are one of the blockers or issues I would like to know about, and I want to figure out a way to get you unblocked. If that is you don't have story points, then we will find time to set up dedicated time to get you story points for that, and anything like that. So, Jesse, I know you joined late. A higher level summary of this is trying to figure out where you guys are at based on Square Hours Project, trying to get a unfiltered opinion about what you think we can, or if you think we can meet the deadline. This deadline currently is November 14th, which is 3 Thursdays from today. I am not necessarily attached to the timeline. I want a solid product that gets out the door. I want you guys to worry about producing solid code and quality, and let me worry about timeline things. So anything timeline that comes up at all, direct them to me, direct them to Ben, and then Ben, when they direct them to you, send them to me. Because I think that's a me problem and not a you guys problem. So, any questions before I start round robining? Cool. All right, Devin, how's Square Hour stuff going?
Hey, it's going alright. 1 second, I'm sending a follow-up email.
I can switch here.
Okay, yeah, that would work.
All right, Pavani, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going fine, Zach. I think once the location service is finished, we can go on to the site side and start the work there. Yeah.
So, and the location service you're talking about, that is Josh's release we're trying to get out tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, that one and the work that I am doing right now. So to test that, if once Devin's ETL work is done, I can test that story and this part can be done.
Okay. So yeah, I think we're still on track. I've got to check in on the infrastructure ticket around the flyway script for Josh's change with the location service and the ETL jobs around it. I think we're still on track for that. If we are not, and like I said, I think we are, the next available time it can be ran is Thursday, so that's when the flyway will be ran, and then we would be pushing into next week before we can run the location service changes. But trying to get that out the door as fast as we can here. Um, After that, we have two phases of this, and I want to make sure I understand it. With the second phase, where we are migrating the current OST project site off of the BLC store table and onto the location service changes, you are still needing the DoorDash flag work that Devin's working on to complete that, correct? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the next story that I'll be working on.
Okay. Does that work block you from starting the next phase where we are updating the data sources and what data we're pulling in?
No, no.
Okay. Okay. When you can, would you keep working on things like that, and then I will help make sure we get this DoorDash flag where you need it.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, okay.
All right. Any blockers you have? Anything you need?
No, no, Zach.
Cool. All right. If you, and again, ballparking estimating here, how do you feel about just north of 2 weeks left of development? Or I guess it would be like a week of development and then a week of QA. How does that sound? Does that sound feasible, or does that sound like a panic rush?
I think it's okay. Yeah, feasible.
Without overtime?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. One thing I didn't mention, just because we're focusing on this meeting, just because we're looking at this and we're talking about these timelines like this, that is not an overtime conversation. Be very clear on that. If I am asking you to work extra anywhere, I will come to you guys explicitly and ask you explicitly for that. This conversation is not that. So please give me all of your opinions on that based on your normal work day, your normal work schedule, without deviating from it. So, in that context, you still feel confident on it? or anywhere you are?
Yeah, I sure check.
Cool. All right, Jesse, how's it going?
Hey, it's going okay. Sorry, I joined late. The front end on this I think is a little lighter. I am essentially almost done, to be honest, with the front end tasks. I'm good. I could potentially even help on the back end. I don't know if they want that or we need that. But yeah, as far as the front end goes, I think by the end of the week I should be able to have my tickets done.
End of this week, you said?
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
All right, any blockers, any issues you have, anything you need?
I mean, the only thing for the front end, right, is technically I've been testing with fake data. So until we can get the actual data, there could be some hiccups, but I mean, if we're sticking with the agreed upon contracts, it should be fine.
All right. Devin, have I stalled long enough for your email to wrap up?
Yeah.
Perfect. How's it going?
It's going alright. I was looking at the test data for this project, and I looked at it like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I didn't think there was any test data, but I looked today, and there is test data, so that's good, because we'll definitely need that when we're going to test it. So, I was just following up with that team saying, oh, hey, there actually looks like there is test data, and asking them, if they know when it's actually supposed to be updated, so that way we can,
Was that your email off to Jordan this morning?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and as far as what I'm working on, trying to get my system working again because Docker messes up sometimes. Past that, I'm almost done with the ETL stuff and just need to get my environment reset up to where I can run that. Probably just need to rerun my location service install and all that stuff.
Okay.
Then
And that
after
change,
that, I'd be ready to change over to the site. Go ahead, Zach.
that change is for the DoorDash flag?
No, that is sitting out, already done somewhere.
Okay.
That work is basically done, is what I'm saying, but it's not deployed, obviously.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is something we need to deploy, but
Right. When we get off this call, can you and Pavani sync up around that? It sounded like she was waiting on that DoorDash flag data to be merged into her code. So I just want to make sure you guys.
yeah, we definitely can.
Okay. And then the ETL job you're working on. Can you explain more there?
Yeah, so this is the hour or adjusted hours. I think it's called hours changes. It's the hours changes ETL. So it's the ETL that actually gets the store hours adjustment information and puts it in location database.
Okay.
And then we serve that to the site.
Okay. Is that part of the new ETL process, or is that part of an old process somewhere?
It's in location ETL, so it's part of the batch scheduler. It's deployed through the OST process. OST controlled process instead of the infra controlled batch servers.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Any blockers? Anything you need at the moment?
No, I don't think so. I think, to answer your next question, I think we can do this. Next step is obviously to get started on the site. Just get that rolling. Just haven't got to that yet. That's the final piece.
Yeah.
Integrate the site.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just the way this is shaping up. It sounds like this is going to be the very next thing after Monster Mash. So I'm trying to get that out Monday. Try to get all the sign-offs this week I can, and then Monday night get that out for deployment. Maybe as late as Tuesday night. So try to get that out, and then like I said, store hours will be the next focus into test for us.
Okay. Yeah, if we have those couple extra days, then I feel more confident too. So that'd be good, actually.
All right. You answer my question around timeline stuff. All right, Ben. Anything you have? Anything you need?
I'll just mention I know story tickets have been a conversation for a while, and the process changing there. I've been trying to wrap my head around that. It sounds like, and I'm hoping, that isn't in anyone's way. I think it might impact QA more than anything. But I have a check-in call with Stacy. It's my weekly one-on-one here in like 15 minutes. And I plan to talk to her about that and make sure I'm doing that right. So if y'all have anything at all on my end that's in your way, let me know. But specifically story tickets, just hit me up.
Right, yeah, I don't think anything's in the way at the moment. I didn't hear anything like that. Yeah, we'll reach out. Yeah, anything we may have missed? Anything else you guys are thinking of?
Kind of random. I guess Kenny is on this meeting invite. Is he expected to join
No.
this or not really?
He will join when we get closer to the deadline, when we're starting to talk like we're getting into QA, going through the regression periods there. It was really to save me having to email him right after this meeting. So,
Okay.
if he has very specific questions, he'll pop in and I will answer the questions and poke at you guys until I can answer the question. Kind of. Yeah. All right. Well, like always, even outside of this project, I want to make it clear there. If you guys feel like you can use this time or any of the meeting times you have on your calendar better than what the meeting is scheduled for, reach out to the meeting organizer, reach out to me, and I will help you get out of them. You have my permission across the board to skip meetings, wherever you feel appropriate, to stay working on whatever you feel is more important. So do reach out to the meeting organizer. If it's me, please reach out to me beforehand and just let me know what your update is. It's going to be the same 3 questions, over and over again. What are you working on? Do you have any blockers? How do you feel about the timeline? And then, of course, the general, did we miss anything? So